Imagine a man thousands of miles from his homeland wielding so much influence that his words ignite actions across continents. All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only. Yes, we already know what we are here for, and we'll be going into the details of this news. Yes, on the topic Simon Ekpa. All right, these are the details of this news. Simon Ekpa, a Finnish Nigerian activist and self-proclaimed prime minister. They are calling him self-proclaimed, but then okay. Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, find himself at the center of international controversy, arrested in Finland on November 2021, November 21st, 2024, for allegedly inciting violence in southeastern Nigeria. Eba's detention has drawn global attention, with the United Nations expressing concern over his prolonged custody without formal charges. So yes, my people, the UN has gotten involved in this, and like what I normally say, it is something that you would think of and you would come to understand the full state of these people or what they actually want at this point. But my people, it is not something you would think of lightly. It is not something you would look at and think of lightly. It is a very, very heartbreaking thing that has come to stay. Okay, without wasting much of our time, let us continue. First of all, I hope you have already noted that it has been stated here that the UN has shown concern, especially over his prolonged custody without formal charges. Okay, Ekpa, residing in Lahti, Finland, is accused of using social media platforms to promote activities leading to violence against civilians and public authorities in Nigeria. My people, the painful thing about this whole situation is that the place where he's inciting this violence is on his own people. The people he is also claiming, he is also saying that he wants to save. How does he work? My people, if they are accusing him of inciting violence in the north, yeah, bro, we'll agree to it. In fact, we'll say yes, that is what he is doing, or the possibility of it, yes. But in his own place, no. That is where these people used to have messed up in. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigation detained him alongside 4 others, suspecting their involvement in financing his activities. Nigerian officials have been vocal, seeking his extradition to face charges in Nigeria, asserting that his online campaigns have destabilized the region. Of course, that is what they would come out and say, that of course, this is what they would come out and tell people, just to make them fall aside, just to make them believe anything they want. I'm not surprised it is one of the things they are saying. Of course, the zoo government are looking for ways to extradite him to Nigeria so that he would become, or it would turn to the same thing that they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, and of course it is not going to work. Let us continue. The situation intensified when on December 2nd, 2024, 517 delegates associated with BLGIE voted to ratify the Biafra self-referendum, declaring the restoration of the United States of Biafra. My people, this was noted worldwide to show that the move is not a small one. This move, symbolic to many, underscores the deep-seated desire for self-determination among certain groups in Zoo. Supporters of Eva have since organized protests in Lahti demanding his release and highlighting what they perceive as political persecution, which it is. It is not what is seen as political. It is what it is, political persecution. Let us call a goat a goat. However, the indigenous people of Biafra, the main separatist group in Nigeria, has distanced itself from Ekpa. Yes, of course. In a statement, IPOB clarified that Ekpa was never a member and condemned his methods, emphasizing their commitment to a peaceful struggle for self-determination. My people, I know that whenever it comes to this particular thing about the IPOB Nigeria, I have always detested them for this. Dialogue, peace, And that is what we keep doing every year, every tenure. And that is why it never works. Because they know that there is nothing vocal about it. There is nothing dialogue made about it. And they keep on looking for ways to push people around, to push every single people, push those there around, and they succumb. Or we do not know if they are even taking bribes or anything at all that makes them sit down and watch as they are being maneuvered and stepped on. Very, 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 very terrible thing. But then, as the international community watches closely, the interplay between national security concerns, human rights obligations, and the quest for self-determination continues to unfold, raising critical concerns about the balance of power, influence, and justice in a connected world. My people, this is what it is. And the earlier we come to understand that we have come to stay and the Biafra government has come to stay, the better for them. But of course, I believe they have decided to live in delusion to what can be possible.
Because even you, as the so-called advisor or whatever they call you, how much is your salary? Eh? How much is your salary? And how much is the minimum wage that they have been dragging since last year till today? How much? Many states under the zoo is still paying 30,000 minimum wage till now, while one bag of rice is 100 and something thousand naira. No be juju be that. No be juju be. We are talking about food though. We're not even talking about other things, other necessities, other home use and groceries. We are not talking about these things. We are talking about only food first. A bag of rice that a family man should be buying. More go 10 kg. More go 10 kg. Only for myself, only for me, I buy 10 kg. I'm telling you the truth. Even Nagokage bu ezioku Chineke. Or gafe nkan then forget it about ezioku. You understand? Only me buy 10 kg. Because I don't go shopping anyhow. I don't go shopping every time. I buy 10 kg and stock it in my kitchen. Anytime I go ngasi. So what about if a man that with his family and children? How about them? You don't have to buy 10 kg. Rather, you buy 50 kg full bag of rice. Yes. And that one, you have to have 100 and something thousand naira to buy it.
You have to do it well. Yes. This disrespect is too much. So
Nuhu ribadu. Nuhu okanu nuhu wa faya. Nuhu. Yay. Fulani ebu madu. Nuhu ribadu. Who are you expecting to respect you? No. Let us be sincere here. Who is Nuhu Ribadu expecting to respect him? Who? Canada? Are you insane? Are you serious right now? Canada to respect you. How? Canada is a developed country, a developed world. They are living a different life. Canada is in another world. They are not in this earth. They are in another planet. They don't live like us in the zoo. They live in another world on their own. They have their own world on their own. Are you paying attention? No. So how do you expect a people like this to respect you? People that have created their own world, they are not even involved with what we have in the world today. They are living very, very large, very, very well. They have everything. Citizens are enjoying themselves on regular basis. What are you? Which kind of respect do you want? A terrorist like you. A terrorist like you demanding respect from a highly respected country like Canada. No be juju be that.
Yet is another reason why we work hard to make Nigeria work.
Iwe m na-abụ n'okwu si akọọla ya aka. Iwe m na-abụ n'okwu si akọọla ya aka. And those who are going to applaud him are the rented, rented people who are under their payroll. There are few people in that hall. They are all benefiting from this, terrorist government and terrorist Nigeria. So that's why once the people like this come out and speak their junk and nonsense, they will clap for them.
And be respected.
This AI tool will create a...
Nobody will respect you. Nuhu. Nobody, no single person is going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. How do you expect respect?
Routine visa policy, or is there more to this story? I'm going to take a tweet now. I would expect nothing less from the National Security Advisor. He's resolute. I would expect nothing less from him.
Okay.
Moving on now.
So we are now going to bring it back to the previous, message, and let us see what Very Dark Man has to say concerning this incident, concerning this thing.
Does that name ring a bell?
So we are going to bring it back. We are going to bring it back from Very Dark Man. Or before that, let me play this video, at least to remind us who they are. Let me play this video to remind us. I've been waiting for so long to play this very video. But today, because I have spoken, or that I'm speaking about Musa and the terrorist Nigeria, it is very, very important to play this very video. Though I have been keeping this very video for very months now. Let us listen.
Oh boy, no be small thing. Not say here why they this Lekki side why they get to this military barrack now. Where they near us. Unless I don't mention the name. You see, my old friends who I live before I travel out, most of them don't become rank officers. So they just invite me 3-4 days. But when I go there, oh boy, these guys, within they talk. For barrack self, I was man who sit down with Igbo man for barrack. So the other corner where me I sit down, they talk say as things be, say before 2 months, say 2 months self too far. Say 2 months too far, it will be army and army they begin to open transaction among themselves.
Did you hear that? Let's play it again. Nsubude.
Oh boy, these guys, within they talk. For barrack self, I was man who sit down with Igbo man for barrack.
Did you hear that? For barracks, Hausa man no fee sit down with Igbo man self in barracks. And person who is speaking is a military officer. Are you getting me? He said in the barracks, a northerner can't even sit with an Igbo man in the barracks. And this is what has been happening in the zoo. The military is so divided. The police is so divided. How do you intend to wage a war against a determined people?
So the other corner where me I sit down, they talk say as things be, say before 2 months, say 2 months self too far. Say 2 months too far, it will be army and army they begin to open transaction among themselves. I get it me. The thing go, it's must say highest before 2 months. the thing fit result to war. Say army is divided. Say that we just live on gunpowder. Oh boy, now I leave Barak, come my house. Before I did where there was someone go say, Kai Bugashi, no, come on person head. Now I run, since that and they call it those who gather they come in my gun Barak. I no go. The thing is divided. Anger. Oh boy, if you go to Barak, they can anger with the Nigerian Barak. Oh boy, you know go anger full Nigerian anger. Hey, I'm going to just the pray, may God help us.
You see that? I equally want to use this opportunity to tell my Biafran brothers and sisters who are serving under the zoo military to retrace their steps. I'm telling you, leave now. Leave now before it is too late for you. Leave now. If you are an Igbo man, a Biafran person serving under the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Janjaweed Army, leave now. Because it will be very, very late for you, as quick as possible. Now let us come back here. After this, I'm going to open the line for our people.
Of that money. Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al Qaeda.
Since I have played the video, let me go straight to Very Dark Man's, analysis.
What?
Sorry for that. I am, of course, playing this very video from YouTube. So expect all these adverts.
A difference a day makes.
ISIS Khorasan.
Dear Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, this is a very serious allegation. This is a very, very serious allegation. And to the respective heads of all our security agencies in Nigeria, this is a very serious allegation that should not be overlooked. Over time, we have heard different stories that Boko Haram are being sponsored by the West, but there was no clearer evidence than this particular evidence. I mean, this man's name is Scott Gordon Perry. He's an American politician and a retired Army National Guard brigadier general. Now, the Army National Guard in the US is just like an American military reserve. So they don't go outside war, they only stay inside. It's a domestic army where they don't go outside to go and fight. So this man is privileged to a lot of information. So him coming out to say that the US aid, the money that is supposed to be used to sponsor countries in development are being used to sponsor terrorism in different countries, to cause chaos in those countries so that they can make more money in those countries and also make more money with the US aid. It's just crazy. Now, what's the US aid? The US aid is an independent agency of the United States government that is primarily responsible for administrating civilian foreign aid and development assistance. Now, what is the purpose of the USAID? The purpose of the USAID is the U.S. Agency for International Development is the principal U.S. agency to extend assistance to countries recovering from disaster, trying to escape poverty, and engaging in democratic reform. So all these poor countries, they go there. Their primary responsibility is to give them a boost, to upgrade them, to uplift them, just general development by the funds that are being contributed or the funds that are being donated for the development of this such country, like a third world country. But now this man is coming to reveal that those money are being used to sponsor terrorism. Now, the problem now is not what this man is saying, it's the way the government is even reacting to this, right? The government are actually not saying anything about this. This man is telling us that he's literally saying, I know the people responsible for the buying of a lot of people in Nigeria through Boko Haram. That's what he's saying. He's literally saying, I know them, because he has pointed that it is the US aid. So I would expect that the Nigerian government, as Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu government, would actually do a deep investigation and bring this man, or maybe bring Tell him, ask him question. You have the rights. He literally called Boko Haram that affected the lives of a lot of people and caused chaos in Nigeria. You know, turned a lot of states upside down. See Borno State. See, a lot of northern states have been turned upside down. A lot of people cannot go to school. A lot of them have to run away because of insecurity and insurgency from all those states and because of the Boko Haram. So this guy has come out to say, okay, yes, I'm giving you people a direction so that you people can know where the problem is coming from and know what have affected us in Nigeria, because Boko Haram is still affecting us up to now. So the national government are quiet, and I'm sorry.
Now, I told you that I'm going to analyze that first video by the time I start playing Very Dark Man's video. According to Very Dark Man, he said, sorry, that he's expecting the federal government of the zoo to launch a very deep investigation concerning this allegation from the U.S. Congressman Scott Perry. I want to tell the whole world that the so-called FG, federal government of the zoo, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can never, ever investigate anything. Ask me why. Because the Fulani that controls the government or controls every affairs of the government in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, knows every single thing concerning Boko Haram. Pay attention. What I'm saying now, Very Dark Man can never say it because he is not a freedom fighter. He's an influencer. Influencer who is also influential. Yes, that one I have to give him his flowers. Now, the federal government of the zoo, led by Tinubu, can never ever launch any investigation because of this. You know why? Because they know about it. They know about it. Do you think that Boko Haram does not have connection with the top military personnel, with the top military commanders? And this money, how does it locate Boko Haram? How does the money locate Boko Haram? Because if the US aid, which is always been given in the public, where the whole world is aware that the US is giving aid to Nigeria, meaning that the money comes through Nigerian government. Are you paying attention? The money in question goes through the government, because since it is in the open that US is giving aid to Nigeria, that means the money goes through the government. So who else do you think that is extending this money to Boko Haram to sponsor terrorism? Is it not a simple mathematics? Remember, US aid is not being given in secret. If it is given in secret, you can easily say there are many ways for Boko Haram to get this money directly from the US aid. But it's not in the secret. This aid is not given in the secret. This aid is given in the open. Therefore, how do you think that this money gets to Boko Haram? How do you think? When the aid is given to the government, straight, direct to government, yet is being used to sponsor terrorism. So how do these Boko Haram terrorists get the money? How do they get the fund from this US aid that passed through the government? Is it not through the government? Is it not through the government? That's why I told you Tinubu and his government can never, ever, that one I can set my neck. I can even bet my house. Your useless government can never, ever launch any investigation sincerely and genuinely. It is not going to happen. There's no possibility for that, because the money, the aid in question, the money in question passes through the government to Boko Haram. Is it not a common sense? It's a common sense. They can come, maybe after this, they may come and say, oh, we have started investigation to investigate the allegation of the Scott Perry to no, don't listen to any press release from the presidency moving forward. Don't pay attention to it. Don't even pay attention to it, because it's all lies and fallacy. Lies and fallacy.
Surprise. Unless, of course, if they know about it and they have been the one that have been cleaning up. Because, to be honest...
Oh, you didn't know. Oh, you didn't know. Now, them, they are the real sponsors. They are the real sponsors. Yes. Oh, yes, they are. They are, yes. And Tinubu is not an exception. He knows everything. He knows every single thing, because he himself single-handedly created, or should I say, made APC what APC is today. Tinubu, the moment he put his weight on Buhari, Buhari became the president of the zoo. So Tinubu is aware of everything. He knows every single thing that is going on. Tinubu knows. So don't expect anything. If you say you wonder, how would you wonder? Let's continue.
There's nothing that gets past the eyes of the government. That's just the truth. There's nothing that gets past the eyes of the government.
Oh, Okugoyana. He has said it. Let's continue.
Unless if they deliberately want to keep quiet. Because normally, you get what you go talk, DSS will come pick you. You get what you go come talk, NSA will come pick you. You get what you go talk, police will come pick you. They'll talk, say it's an act of terrorism. They just literally exposed what. Do you know how many people were Boko Haram don't buy because of this insecurity and insurgency? You know what Boko Haram don't do for this country at all? Up till now, there was still a news last week where Boko Haram entered army camp, allegedly go by army, carry their guns, carry them run.
Not today.
This is supposed to be a time where the Nigerian government will say no. All those innocent blood that was shed by the Boko Haram insurgency, that they can actually get justice. I mean, they finally giving us a lead. Unlike before, where we say everybody in a rumor, everybody in a rumor. Now this is not a rumor. This is direct. This is like telling you that I know the people. This man have given you a hint. What are you people doing about it? There's no press release. There's nothing. The government don't release anything. They don't release any news about that. But if one person talk for TikTok now, na go rush go carry am. If person talk for Twitter now, na go rush go carry am. This man where they talk now, a politician, present politician, and a retired army reserve. So he is privileged to a lot of information. So Nigerian government, I ask you, what is going on? Are you people going to mount an investigation on this? You now have a lead. You now have a lead. Yeah. And it's just so crazy. This USA thing, it just opened my eyes to a lot of things to let you know, say, oh my blessing are these Americans, true. Now then they cause wala for this world.
Oh, they just tell you. Yeah, anyway. Let's continue.
Yes, because if they're giving our money for development of another countries, nobody forced you people. You people decided to set up that agency. So now go use and they sponsor ISIS. They use and they sponsor different terrorist groups around the world. But again, at the end of the day, if you are smart, you could already know, so you could not read between the lines. All this war that are going on around the world, it's not as if they cannot stop them. They can stop them. But there are a lot of money. There's billions of dollars to be made in the war.
You know before.
There's billions of dollars to be made weekly, monthly, yearly when there's a war around the world. They don't scatter Iraq. They don't scatter Iran. They don't do Russia and Ukraine. They don't do Israel and this one. They don't do Boko Haram. They don't do this one. All of them are big cash out because of the people where they sell weapons. The people that sells weapons, they cash out. The government said they cash out. So Nigerian government, are you part of the people that were collecting this money from the US aid to set up your people or to put your people in a box so that they go buy them, make some greedy politicians, make they cash out?
Oh, you didn't know. Now let me tell you, my brother. Here in the zoo, according to what you said, very dark man, that there is nothing that happens without government being aware of it. It is true. That is the truth. That is the truth. So, just like what I analyzed a couple of minutes ago, there is no way the money, this aid,